Happy to see everyone today out there. Welcome to another yoga class with Lori Brothers. I have my pineapple here today. This pineapple is something I keep in my yoga room. It is a symbol of welcome. So I love the idea of the pineapple as a welcome symbol. And it's a crystal pineapple. So the lid comes off. And inside, I put special intentions, just little ways to remind myself of what really I want to focus on. Maybe over the course of a week or longer, I just put something in there and then I go back and review. So remember, any patterns or habits that you're doing to help meet yourself, to become more contemplative, more mindful. And remember, mindfulness is just bringing more of a presence in the moment for what you are, what you're bringing, and what you notice around you. Okay. So inside of my pineapple today, I have simplicity and spontaneity and two more. And I have trust and enthusiasm. These are just little angel cards that I've used over the years. So I have those intentions, those little qualities that we can focus on inside of my pineapple. And it's something that is just a way to be meditative as well. So having a meditation practice, developing a connection to your own mindfulness and mindful intentions, very powerful part of a yoga practice. So we will be starting, and I hope you will be mindful today as you meet yourself on your mat. So we will get started. I welcome you all, and let's get going. So come to your mat, and we are going to start sitting. So move over to your mat and come down on the floor. Now we want to warm up again for sitting. So we're going to start with hips. So take your left leg out, hold on to your right foot and ankle. We'll do a little bit of our hip warm-ups that we've done before. So you're just holding on to your right foot and knee, or ankle and knee, and just start by warming up. Pumping that leg from the hip so that you can get a nice blood flow going in the hip and the knee. Good, and then pull that leg towards your chest just a bit and sit tall and bring your chest toward the leg. So just a little nice stretch, a little hip opener. Good. And then we're going to hold on to that foot. You can walk that foot up the arm if you want, but wherever your edge is fine. We're going to come down onto that right forearm and massage out the hip and buttock again today. So you're just leaning over and creating a massage into the right hip and the buttock area. Rock forward and back, roll side to side. Say good morning to anything that you need to release in that right hip. Breathe with it. If you have some tenderness going on in there, work with it. I think we're back on. I had a little interruption. Looks like we're still going. Okay. So if you're still there in that hip, we're going to rock back to sitting and take that leg straight out and rock that leg. Just shake it out. Let's do the other side. So you're going to hold on to the left foot and knee and get a nice rocking motion going from the hip, not from the waist. Make sure you're working into that hip and knee, side to side. And make sure you're taking some nice breaths with it. We're just warming up to bring ourselves into a nice sitting position. But especially, this is our morning yoga class. If you're watching this after the live stream, you might be seeing it any time of the day. We're going to be bringing that leg in toward the chest a bit now, and then bring the chest toward the leg. Breathe. Good. And then release that, and then deciding on where you want to hold on to that leg. You can bring the foot up to the crook of the arm at the elbow, or just hold on at the foot and then lean into the left forearm and start to make those nice circles. So you're just going to massage side to side, circle around, and massage out anything you're holding on to here in the left buttock and left hip. Then come back up to sitting and take that leg out and shake out the leg. Good. Okay, and let's just take the heels away from each other. Good. And then hold on to your stir stick. And once again, warming up, lean forward and circle. And all of this is just getting into the hip girdle, the hamstrings, the groin. Sit back and circle forward. Good. And then we're going to go back the other way. Fantastic. Now come back to the center. And now we've warmed up enough to really know that we can sit with integrity on the floor. So you're going to bring your sitting position into action here. If you can sit cross-legged, you can go ahead and do that. Use a pillow to support the seat bones so that you can relax the hip girdle. Make sure that you can sit tall. So you want to lengthen up by lifting the heart, relax the shoulders, and just feel that sense of feeling grounded. Okay, let's touch the fingertips together and just close the eyes for a moment and take that breath with you inward. You might just be getting to feel that inner smile from already meeting yourself in your practice. As you continue to make that intention for what you want to create, that you meet yourself in this inner space, planting your seeds of intention for your health, your well-being, and what you are creating, what you value in your inner space and in your outer space as well. Just this time to meet yourself in the beginning of your practice is a very powerful way to set good habits into motion. And as you're ready to complete that process of planting your seeds, gently open the eyes. Great. All right, we're going to do a breathing practice again today. So it's good to really work on having a powerful connection to the breath. We're going to do that by coming onto the floor on your back. Start with knees to chest. So hold on to each knee with one hand. Just massage out the back of the body. And then drop your feet to the floor. Knees are bent. And we're going to do a little bit of the pelvic tilting. So we just want to warm up the lower back. You're going to press the back down into the floor. Lower back arch, flattening out and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax it. Good. Let's do 2 more. We're going to press the lower back flat. down into the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax. One more. Press flat down, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then release it. Now bring these back into the chest and once again, circle the knees this time. So knees are in toward the chest. We're just massaging out the lower back. And then reverse, go around the other side. Now, if you know that you can lay flat, this is when you're going to extend legs out. Okay, if you know that your lower back is sensitive, you can keep the feet on the floor with the knees bent. So we're going to protect what feels best for you to lay on the floor so you can comfortably work on some breath work. So if you can extend those legs out, go ahead and do that. And we're going to do our three-part yogic breath. And we're going to start with 2 parts. So you're going to bring the right hand to the navel area, or just below the navel. And then the left hand is going to come to the left rib cage. And what we're doing is teaching the diaphragm to draw in more air. And we're doing this with a body awareness. So the right hand and the left hand are 2 points of awareness. And as you inhale, you're going to breathe in and feel that belly expand at the right hand. Keep breathing in until you feel the ribs expand at the left hand. So we're focusing on inhaling, expanding the belly, expanding the left rib cage. As you exhale, the ribs at the left hand are going to empty out, and then the belly will also empty. So these 2 parts of awareness are helping us to take the body awareness into a deepening of breath awareness. Continue as you inhale. Now, really, we're just drawing that diaphragm, pulls air in, the muscle at the base of the rib cage. But we can feel how the belly feels like it's expanding with the right hand. You're going to keep breathing in until you feel as much expansion as you can in the rib cage. As you exhale, it's like you're emptying a glass from the top down. You're going to empty out, and the ribs are going to feel like they deflate. Keep breathing out as long as you can until you feel that belly deflate. Breathing in, expanding the belly, and then the ribs. And as you exhale, the ribs deflate, and then the belly falls and empties out as well. And this type of breathing is how we learn to feel grounded in the body as well. We're bringing our awareness deeper into the center of the body instead of being stuck in the head so much of the time like we can be in our thoughts and our emotions and planning things out. Just continue that process of the 2 points of awareness, expanding the belly, expanding up into the ribs, then emptying the ribs and emptying the belly. Keeping the left hand where it is. We're going to keep that belly point in mind, but now we're going to add a 3rd point. So you're going to bring your right hand up to rest on the chest near the rib cage, and the right elbow can just rest on the floor. And then we're going to breathe in, expand the belly, expand the ribs, and now breathe tall all the way up into the chest and up to the collarbone if you can. And then emptying the chest and collarbone first. The belly, the ribs are going to inflate, and then the belly deflates last. So we're filling up with air from the bottom up. We're emptying from the top down. So as you inhale, expand belly, ribs, and chest. And exhaling, releasing now the chest, the ribs, and the belly. This 3 points of yogic breath. And after you get a sense of those 3 points that we're going to concentrate on, relax the arms now down to your sides. They can be away from the body, palms facing up. Continue to feel the 3 points of awareness while you breathe. Breathing in, expand belly, ribs, and chest. As you exhale, empty the chest, the ribs will deflate, and then the belly deflates. 3-part yogic breathing. Very, very therapeutic, not only for creating more breath capacity, but if you're feeling any choppiness when you're getting into that top point of the inhale, know that you are meeting old breathing patterns and that you are smoothing that out, creating more flow, releasing what you might be holding on to. Very good if you have anxiety. It can be very good if you are working through depression, to just really allow the breath to become a therapeutic tool to help you work through what you may not even be able to name. We just meet it in the breath and continue the process. 3 points of awareness as you inhale, 3 points of awareness as you exhale. Very good. You can do this before you get up in the morning. You can do 3-part breathing during a yoga practice or before you go to bed at night. So now we're going to bring the knees back in toward the chest, round the back. Bring the chin toward the chest as well. Good. And then hold on behind the knees on the thighs. And we're just going to start to massage out the back. So keep the chin tucked and rock on the spine until you eventually create some momentum to rock up to sitting. And then you're back up to sitting. Now, if you had a spinal sensitivity, if you know you have some concern or some sensation in the back along the spine, then always roll up to sitting by turning to one side and nurturing yourself up. The rocking along the spine stimulates those nerve endings along the spine, which brings in blood flow, and that connects into all of the organs in your body. So if you can do a little bit of that nice spinal rocking and massage, then take advantage of that. A nice little exercise. All right, we're going to come right up into standing today. So if you want to come into the table and step your foot forward, curl the toes under, lift the knees, step the other foot forward and lift all the way up. We're just going to lengthen it out. Stretch tall, press the hips forward a bit, and then bring palms together in front of the heart. So if you needed to nurture yourself up another way, welcome to standing. We are going to get going with a little bit of yoga flow today. So we're working with a flow series that is just going to warm up the spine. And feet should be pointing forward about hip width apart. We're going to bring palms in front of the heart. And we'll go through it once so that we do this together, and then we're going to flow with it, all right? So we start with bringing the hands up, and you're going to look at the thumbs and create a line of energy from your belly button all the way up and out through the fingers. So a nice stretch. And then we bring the hands into a T position, extending those arms, dive forward, and look in toward the knees. Now bring your hands to your shins and look out in front of you. So you create a nice little swimmer's stretch here. Now look back into the knees. We're tucking the chin, getting length in the spine. Arms come into a T. We're going to tuck the tailbone under And then come all the way back up to standing and stretch again. Good. And then circle the arms around, back around to palms in front of the heart. So that's the whole flow series. Let's do 3 rounds. We're going to breathe it in as we stretch up. Exhale as you dive forward. Look into the knees, hands to the shins. Inhale, look out in front of you. Exhale, look into the knees. Breathe it in as you bring those arms in a T and the arms come all the way up. Exhale as you circle around to close. Okay? Breathe it in, stretch it up. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe it in, look out in front of you. Exhale, look into the knees. Breathe it in all the way up and stretch. Exhale and close. Good. Let's do one more. Breathe it in, lengthen. Exhale, flow forward. Inhale, look out in front of you. Exhale, look into the knees. Breathe it in all the way up. We're opening up the lungs. Take in as much air as you can. Exhale, bring the arms around, palms in front of the heart. Good work. All right. So take your feet a little wider. Relax the knees, empty coat sleeves. Look behind you. Breathe. We got that nice breathing exercise in, so the breath should be flowing naturally with you. Good. And back to the center. All right. So we're going to do wood chopper and turn the doorknob today, just to release toxins. We're doing a lot of work with breath today. We brought in that nice conditioning of the full yogic breath. Now we're going to release more toxins. So feet a little wider, hold on to your axe. Inhale and then out through the mouth. Ha! Inhale. Ha! Inhale. Ha! One more. Inhale and ha! Every time that you breathe that out with some force, you're clearing those lungs. Now, with the knees slightly bent, hold on to your, or bring fists to your hips. Good. So those fists are resting right on the front of the hip bones. And we're going to do another one. Now remember, the ha, the out through the mouth with force, so make some noise, is going to clear the lungs. We're going to take the right hand, reach across to the left, turn a doorknob, and then you pull that back towards your right hip. Ha! Inhale, turn. Ha! Breathe in. Ha! Inhale. Ha! Inhale. Ha! Inhale. Ha! Inhale. Ha! Good job. Just feeling that you are more empowered. Using that diaphragm releases not only toxins, but emotions, frustrations, negativities. We want to let it all go. Okay, great. All right, let's work on our energy bodies a bit again today. So we're going to find a nice stance, feet about hip width apart, and you're going to imagine that big ball of air behind you holding you up. It's bigger than you are, so that you can rest your weight into that big ball of air. Let it support you and hold you up. Hold the ball between the knees, and then lift the arms shoulder height, and then hold a ball. So you're just going to hold a big ball of air, and under each arm is a smaller ball of air to rest your arms on. So you're just going to rest into that support. Now, this is really all energetic. You have latent energy that is around you and inside of you to support the physical body. We want to connect in to those forces that are helping the body be in balance, to support the body, not to strive. This is called the effortless effort, teaching the body to tap into the energies that are supportive. So rest into that big ball. Now, if the arms are feeling like you have tension in the arms or shoulders, soften them. Rest back into that support under the arms. See where you can soften as much as you can into receiving support. And then gently lower the ball. It's a very slow motion. Release. That ball lowers down very gently. And as you lower the ball, just notice what you're feeling in your awareness about being in your body. You may feel lighter, or you may feel deeply grounded in the whole body. You may feel tingling or warmth. So all of that is just coming into this innate connection with the energy within you. Let's do one more round. Bring those arms up. Imagine a big ball of air behind you holding you up. Rest into that support. Hold the ball between the knees. Rest your arms onto the two smaller balls that are under each arm. Just know that there is that energetic support for you to receive so that you can soften and relax into the physical. The energetic supporting the physical body. The breath plays a role in just a nice steady flow. The eyes are gazing just softly ahead. A soft gaze, the eyes might be halfway closed as you just settle into the support that's all around you. If you feel tension in the shoulders, remember doing this over time will create that ability to receive more of the energy body support, which is part of the energy that you are. Lower with control now, very gentle, slow motion release. Lower the ball. And once again, just feel. So understanding and being in relationship to your energy body is being in a feeling state. It's not emotional. It is using the impressions and sensations that are moving in from tapping into that resource of your energy body. Good. Now we're going to work with our cloud hands, which is a Qigong exercise, a healing art to help you clear, balance, and harmonize. Okay, so let's turn to the right, press the right palm down, and whatever palm is facing down is a flex in the wrist. So you're actually activating the palm and flexing the wrist. Okay, and we turn to the right with the left palm up about eye level. And then the whole thing is a slow motion float across. The hips, belly, chest, shoulders, and head all follow you as you move to the left. Now, when you get to the end, we hold a ball, both palms face each other, and then the left palm presses down, and you watch that right palm as you float across to the right. So as you're doing this work, whatever hand you're watching is the direction you're going. When you get to the end, cross hands again, and we float across to the other side. Slow motion, graceful movement of the body all moving as one unit. The whole body moving as one unit. Flowing across, exchanging hands. And what we're doing is clearing any stagnant energy, any negativity, any stuckness. And then we are harmonizing and balancing. So move through, doing your nice cloud hands exercise with mindfulness. Just stay present. This is meditation in motion. So you're watching that palm that's in front of you. It brings you a very present moment. Floating across from side to side. Floating across from side to side. Good. Let's do one more round. Float across. Good. And then we're going to bring palms up over your head with the palms facing down and look up at the palms. And then we're just going to press that energy down. You're going to press down in front of the body and then push away. And you may feel how the energy in the body has become very balanced or flowing, or any sensations. You may feel sensations in the palms, tingling or flowing throughout the body. And that is you becoming more astute about feeling your own energy within the physical body and around the body. Okay, great. All right. So now we're going to do our balancing for today. Let's move into the eagle again today. We're going to stand on the right foot, bring the left toes on top, and take the arms straight out. And if this is your edge, practice getting grounded right here. This is good work, good core work, strengthening and balancing. Adding that squat means that you're going to sit down into an invisible chair behind you. Good. Now press down into the foot in order to come back up, and then step open with the left foot and fly. Open the heart, stretch open, and release. Good. Okay, second round, same side. Now you can wrap that leg all the way around the other leg and then sit down. But remember, if you don't have the flexible joints, this is a nice variation. Arms are going to come out, and we're going to cross the left arm over, or the right arm over the left. So it's just going to change your center of gravity a bit, and then you're going to sit down again. So just move back into that. This is the eagle pose. Now press down to come back up and step open and fly. Take those nice breaths in, open the lungs, open the heart. Good. Other side. So now we bring the right toes on top of the left foot. Arms are straight out the first round, and you can stay right there. So if you are a beginner, know that you're preparing yourself for the work that will be ahead of you, but you're doing good work now. Otherwise, you're sitting down into that invisible chair, coming into a squat. Then press down to come back up, step open, and fly. Beautiful. Okay, second round. Right toes on top of left, or you could cross the leg around if you want that work. Okay, and you're going to bring the toes on top of the opposite foot, cross the left arm over the right so you interlace fingers, sit down. Breathe with it. Press down to come back up, step open, and fly. Breathe it in. Good. Now that we're nice and open in the heart, we've been priming the breath. Let's do our breath of joy. So it's 3 sniffs in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Let's go with the arms. Breathe in, and ha. Inhale, in and out. Inhale, in and out. Let's do one more. Breathe in and out. Good. That oxygen is just floating throughout all of your systems now, fueling you, bringing you into new, hopefully, states of joy and well-being. So we're going to move back into some floor work now. So come onto the floor. Good. And we're going to work with the cobra. So come onto the floor. The first round we're going to do is a cobra warm-up. So you're going to bring your hands on your back with the palms facing up. Tops of your feet are going to press down into the floor. So you want to stay nice and anchored in the lower body and then lift forehead, nose, chin, and chest. Now, if that's your edge, work on strengthening your back without using hands for support. If you can go higher, you're just going to keep lifting up to your edge. Breathe with it. Don't hold the breath. And when you lower, tuck the chin, nose, forehead. Feel the back of the body relax. We'll do one more round. Tops of the feet are anchored. Lift forehead, nose, chin, and chest. Breathe with it. And lower. Bring those arms around. Rest in the crocodile pose. Forehead on the forearms. Long, deep breaths. You can even feel that belly expand into the floor. Good. On the inhale, we expand as we fill up with air. The kidneys and the adrenals all along the spine have had that great workout, that wonderful purification, squeeze and soak. Now bring hands underneath the shoulders. We'll do the traditional cobra. Elbows tuck in toward the ribs. Good. Forehead down. Remember to anchor those feet as you lift forehead, nose, chin, and chest. Now remember where your edge was. So wherever your back's natural strength was, we don't want to force beyond that. We're just going to find that place and then hold that nice lift and maybe just anchor it a bit into a longer stretch. So press the collarbone forward and reach through the top of the head. Breathe. And then lower, tucking the chin and the nose and the forehead. And relax the buttocks, legs, and back, and rest. And then press back towards your heels. So come into the child's pose. Just rounding the back for the counter stretch here from doing that nice back bend. Good. And then come into the sitting position just to turn around. We're going to move into one bridge to prepare for then legs on the chair, legs on the wall. So first we're just going to, since we're warmed up, do one more back bend. So on the back, feet on the floor. Good. Arms can be at your sides or you can tuck them under you once you move up into your bridge. Press down into your feet. Lift the hips up toward the ceiling. If your arms are under you, tuck those shoulder blades underneath so that we open up the collarbone and press the hips up toward the ceiling. Steady breaths in and out. We're bringing blood flow back toward the thyroid. We're creating that openness in the front of the body. We're working the back. And then lower with control. Returning the spine to the floor mindfully. And knees to chest. Good. All right. So if you are using a chair for your inversion, you're going to get your chair now. You can bring your legs up the wall if you like legs on the wall. And I'll do that variation today. So I'm going to move my props and show you how to do legs on the wall. So if you come next to the wall with the hip next to the wall, you want to be close enough to literally just almost have that hip up to the wall. And then you lie back and bring the heels up. Now, if you're too far away, you may have to scooch a little closer, but you want to make sure that your seat is not up against the wall because that is a separate pose. Maybe we'll do that in another class. Okay. Today, we're using our supported shoulder stand to let the body recover. So if your heels are on the wall, you should be able to relax the knees. So if you're too far away, the knees will feel strained. You want to find that place where you can feel a comfortable ability to let go and rest. And then the breath is a nice cycle of breath. So just letting the breath flow in and out. Continue to settle into legs supported by heels on the wall to suspend into anti-gravity. The back of the body is held by the floor. Tuck the chin just a bit to make sure that you have length in the neck. Continue long, slow, deep breaths. We're going to stay here for 5 minutes. So this is a time of recovery and speaking deeply to the body system. So continue to just settle in to that support of the chair with legs on the chair or suspended with legs on the wall. 20 minutes of this pose is like 1 hour of deep REM sleep for the body. A natural rhythm and flow will settle into your breath cycle. Notice anything that may still be holding on, any tension, if there's a mind edge that would have you want to jump into any other action. Be gentle with yourself. Be able to acknowledge anything that might be in your process and continue to settle into the support of the chair and the floor or the heels on the wall and the support of the back and spine. This is a conversation that the body systems understands. Remember, the language of the body is sensation. So as you continue to receive the conversation of a supported shoulder stand, this inversion into the body, every system is knowing to recover, repair. There's a slow down and a cooling down that is happening to bring balance into all of the systems. And with regular practice, you bring this right into the cellular memory of the body. New cells being born right now are encoded with this information of balance and harmony. And balance and harmony is bathing all of your cells now. Now, very gently release legs from the wall or legs from the chair by drawing knees in toward the chest. And then transition to one side and nurture yourself back up to sitting. As you come back up to sitting, feel your head at the top of the body and feel the effects of that inversion, how it slowed everything down, cooling off, repairing and restoring all of the systems. And then bring the left palm up and the right palm down and sit back into that mindful lift of the heart so that we are in integrity in our sitting pose. Receiving now the benefits of your work and plugging them into your own well being. Visit your seeds of intention, just reminding yourself of the intention of your practice and what you're creating for yourself. And bringing palms together now in front of the heart in prayer pose. Honoring now the peace and calm, harmony, strength, and wisdom within you. May the merit of this practice benefit your own well being and the well being of those around you. Peace, peace, and only peace. Gently open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for all who are joining me. Thank you to anyone who is utilizing this work to care for yourself at any point in the replay. Blessings to you all.